What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineer Survival 2025. This is episode number 10, and we have so much to do in this episode and not enough time to do it all in. This episode, I'd like to grab a lot of ores, pretty much every single ore that we have access to, like iron, silicon, nickel, cobalt, and silver. Those are the ones we found so far. I'd like to go on an expedition and grab all of these so that our refineries can be working, and we can finally get this base welded up. I would also like to build up some defenses because it's getting around that time. I'm not entirely sure where we're going to put them, but you know, somewhere out here, or maybe we can even build a bridge across this gap right here and then put like a defensive line over here or something like that. And then, you know, when things come to shoot at us, we can have our defensive line all the way over here shooting at them so that the bad guys aren't shooting at our main base. Something like that. Getting defenses up would be a really good idea. I would also like to get a hydrogen ship built. Having some sort of hydrogen ship would help us a lot with going to get, oh, we have a Monarch transport up there. Going to get those items that we left behind that the Seagull couldn't carry. So a hydrogen ship would help a lot. All those things I want to do in this episode, we're definitely not going to be able to get to all of them, but those are the things we want to do. Those are our goals. One thing you might notice is that the HUD font looks a little bit different, and that's because we have a new mod added to the roster. We have the build info mod along with the text HUD API that it uses. So build info is one of those essential mods that a lot of you swear by, and you guys have told me that in the comments as well, but I've never really used it. Finally, we're gonna be trying it out in this series, and hopefully, you know, it'll change my mind. I've never really liked all the additions that it puts in the game, having everything. It's kind of felt a little bit overwhelming, but everything's configurable, so, you know, we're gonna try it, and we'll keep what we like, we'll remove what we don't, and it should be good. So we have build info now, and one of the really nice things that build info adds, in addition to like actual build info, you can see like these blocks tell us some info about them, tells us what DLC this belongs to, you know, how many liters, I guess, are there, the integrity. It tells us a lot of stuff about everything that we look at, but it also, and this is probably the thing that you guys were recommending it for in the last episode, it actually hijacks that little backpack icon in the bottom. You see it's about halfway full. Well, that shows how full my inventory is. And when you get inside a ship, in vanilla, it also shows how full your inventory is. But when we're using build info, it'll actually hijack that and tell you how full the ship that you're inside is. So it's very useful for just at a glance seeing how full your ship is, which is something that we're going to use it for, especially in this episode, because we're going to be going to grab some ores. Let's actually just start off with this. So starting right out, we're going to grab some iron ore because I think that's probably the easiest one to get. Getting that stuff processing is probably the biggest thing that we're going to need. So let's go into our little iron cave over here and grab a full load of iron in this ship. And we'll get that back to the base. And then once we do, we can start getting the other ores as well so that the entire base can be processing pretty much for the foreseeable future. That's what we'd like to do. Let's start grabbing some iron, and we'll grab some nickel after that, but not with this shipload because we want a full shipload of iron. Okay, just as we're mining here, you can see that the backpack icon in the bottom center of the screen there is going up and down. It's going up as we collect rock and stuff, and it's going down as we eject some of that rock that we don't want. So you can just at a glance see there how that is affecting the game, which is really cool. Okay, for now, I think that's probably about enough iron. We're not entirely full, but this is actually a confession time, the second time I've recorded this, because the first time my mic wasn't on. I completely recorded a silent video, and I got about this far, a little bit farther than this into the recording before I realized. So I got far enough to know that that if we fill this container to the max, we need actually 2 small thrusters to get our ship to fly again. So we're just gonna fill it a little bit, and we're gonna add 2 small thrusters once we get back to the base here. So let's go ahead and land back at our base, get all of this iron off the ship and refining. So yeah, this is gonna be really nice because we'll be able to actually get the base built up with all this iron. Oh my gosh, okay. Accidentally went a little too hard into the ground there. Let's press number 9, number 8, and number 6 to do our connection process there. And let's make sure that we are getting all that material into our refineries. So currently it's processing silver. I'd like to go ahead and move that into processing this iron. Perfect, there we go. Actually, you can process that stone first because it's gonna go rather quickly. But other than that, I'd like you guys to process iron, please. And with that, I think we're good. Let's let the ship recharge just a little bit. While it's recharging, one of the things you guys told me in the comments, and I kind of agree with it, is that these windows are a little bit annoying. Having them here might not be the best decision because we have to kind of walk around them or jump over them every time we want to get through them. So let's go ahead and remove these for now, and we'll find a different idea of what we want to do up here instead of having this giant hallway. We'll think of something else. There we go, the windows are no more, and we can think about what we want to do with this going forward. But I think I like this a little bit better. We need to figure out what we want to do with this, but it's not bad. In fact, one thing we could do, I think we do at least need something over the elevator to protect it from any hostiles that may, you know, try and shoot it. So let's put this back over this. Let's do it like this. Let's put this right here. We'll do this right here on that side. And these are like corners for the windows. So let's do it like that. We'll put a couple bay windows like this. There we go. And we'll only have the elevator entrance on the one side right here. So let's use these bay window diagonal railings, I think, actually. That's actually a good look right there. So we'll have it like that, and then we'll have some sort of door right here that will work with this opening. And we'll just have this kind of like room up on the top right there. That's gonna open up and allow us to actually go down into the base. Actually, no, I don't think I like it as much as I thought I did. There we go. We could do it like that right there, where we have the elevator right here, and we have the stairs right there, and we have sort of an exit right there. It's not so bad, I don't think. I think that's pretty decent. So now we don't have to worry about too many OSHA violations. I'll put a railing right in front of this so that people can't just like fall into the elevator, and I'll put a second railing right here. So that if you want to get into the elevator, you have to go in this specific area, but we shouldn't have any more OSHA violations related to this. So let me remove that right there, and perfect. Now we have our little, I guess, area you go if you want to go into the base. I think probably we'll add some heavy armor up on the top right here. And we're definitely not at a point in the series where we can just throw heavy armor around, but having heavy armor, since it's half blocks that we're using here, having heavy armor on the side is going to be a good thing, I think. Let's put that there. And then we'll curve this around like that. And that's going to be our little hut to get into the base. I think that's not that bad. All right, with the flight deck a little bit reformed and the batteries on this thing recharged, let's go ahead and get out here and go and grab some cobalt and some nickel from the ground so we can get those processing as well. Let's press number 986 so we can get our... Excellent, got out of it there. And let's head on down to the cobalt mine, which should be just above the iron mine right here. If I remember, yep, right here, I think. Yes, perfect. Okay, this is our cobalt mine. So let's go ahead and right-click mine into here and start getting a little bit of that cobalt. And we're probably gonna grab like half cobalt, half nickel, or something like that, because you don't need a crazy amount of cobalt, just enough so that you can build some metal grids. All right, we've got most of an inventory of cobalt here, so let's go ahead and try to turn ourselves around if possible. I'll do a little bit of right-click right here. Hopefully not eliminating any of the cobalt, but this should be enough cobalt to last us for a while. How much cobalt is that, by the way? A lot. It's a lot of cobalt. We're still getting rid of some of the stone, but yeah, it's a lot of cobalt. Let's leave it at that, I guess. All right, let's head out of here, and we're gonna grab some nickel after this. I decided that we'll grab the nickel after we deposit the cobalt, because I know exactly where I want to grab the nickel from. So let's get the ship. I almost said let's get the base back to the ship, but let's get the ship back to the base right here. We'll get it landed, and then we'll go and grab some nickel once this thing has automatically deposited into our ores container. This is like the ore container fill-up challenge. We're trying to fill up the entire container here. Okay, proxy. Let's press number 9, number 8, number 6. Give that a second to get all the cobalt into the ores container. There we go. I'm helping it along so that the sorter doesn't have to do everything by itself. Let's check the ship. Everything's empty. All right, so let's get out of here. Let's go and grab some nickel. And so the place, oops, that's locked now. The place I would like to grab this from is actually down here, which the easiest way to get into this is probably going to be going in from this side. But I made a little connection down there which connects to the base from the underside. Instead of going all the way up right there, it goes through like a little tunnel. So we're gonna go in right there and collect the nickel from there, because we're gonna eventually want to get rid of this voxel anyway. Not exactly this voxel, but we are gonna wanna make a tunnel in here eventually, so we'll just get a quick start on it. Let's go ahead and right-click mine our way into here. And once we get to the nickel, which I think we might be at already. Yeah, we're already at the nickel. So let's go start grabbing nickel. And we'll collect this nickel because it's directly under the base. Hey, I think we reached our base. We've got about half of an inventory full of nickel here, and we finally reached the base right there. Yeah, wow. Where even are we? I'm disoriented. So yeah, I connected the bottom right there because I think that's gonna be the bottom level of the base. So the elevator shaft is gonna go all the way down to about that level. We might eventually make it go a little bit deeper, but for now, I think I'm fine saying that that's gonna be the bottom of it. While we're here, let me just back up a little bit and right-click mine out a little bit of this. so that our ship can move around. And this definitely we're gonna eventually mine out anyway, so I'm helping future us by doing this. All right, anyway, now that we mined out a little bit of this area, let's head back through the opening that we just created, and let's get this stuff back to base. We don't need to collect too much of this nickel, because remember, it's right under us. We've got plenty of it. So let's bring what we have back to the base, and then we'll go out for some silicon and some magnesium, I think is probably the next big thing we want. I'll tell you what, the Armadillo's been doing some good work so far. Let's go ahead and land it right there. There we go. Press number 9, number 8, number 6. We're all connected. And let's go over here, make sure our refineries are doing what we want them to be doing. So refinery, you're so far working on this iron ore. We do actually have silicon. I don't know, maybe we do want to work on silicon right now. But one thing I know that we need is going to be magnesium. So have we spotted magnesium yet? Not that I can see. We're going to need to spot some at some point. You know what? Let me go on a quick little expedition, just with my drill, and let's check out what we might be able to find. Actually, how full of our oh no, okay, let's refill our hydrogen, and then let's go on a quick expedition with our drill and our jetpack and see what we can find. All right, with that stuff filled up, we're going to go out this way, and we're going to see if we can spot any ore spots from the sky as we're just flying around. And they should be fairly obvious, I think. But I guess I seem to always have trouble finding them in the grasslands. So let's just come out this way. We'll be careful not to go too close to that base over there, otherwise we get shot out of the sky. I do want to check on the this area over here, because I know we had a couple ore spots in there, but I've forgotten what was here. Did we have magnesium in any of these? Let's land right here in this ice spot and check. So we have cobalt, we have iron, and we have nickel in this one. But let's fly over this way and see if the other one had any magnesium. That would be really good to find. We have silicon. Yeah, we have silicon and magnesium over here. So let's press K and make sure we mark this on our GPS as MGSI. Okay, and I'd also like to dig down a little bit to see if maybe there's gold underneath this, because if there is, that would be a really good find as well. Gold is probably the biggest thing that we have yet to find so far, and if we can find a little bit of it, we'll be kind of set. Gold's another one of those, just like silver, that tends to spawn a little bit deep into the ground. But I'm not seeing any here, so I think probably there's no gold there. We'll do a quick survey over here to see if... Oh, we have a lookout tower. Very nice. That's something we could go and check out at some point. It's just over there. Are you ores? Let's check to see if there's any ores maybe right here. Ah, we have gold right under us. Nice. Anything else? If this is a gold silver, that'd be a really good place to set up some sort of special minerals thing. Okay, no, it looks like it's just gold, but that's a really good find. Okay, GPS, new from current position, we'll do a AU for gold. And we're definitely going to grab a little bit of that. So let's head back to our base. We're going to grab the armadillo, and we're probably going to go for gold next. Gold or magnesium, or maybe both. Gold, actually, you collect very slowly, so maybe we will grab both along the way. All right, we're back. Armadillo, how are you doing on inventory space? Looks like you're good and ready for another flight. So let's press number 8, 7, 9, and 6. There we go. You guys have been telling me in the comments. I've definitely seen these comments, by the way. Don't worry. That I should really set that up so that we have an event controller that controls the thrusters and the battery charge. We'll do that eventually. We just need the right motivation. Okay, let's head on over here and collect some of this gold with our armadillo. The bases are probably wondering what's going on as we just fly on by. Don't mind me. Just on my merry way. So yeah, setting up some sort of base over here, like a temporary base that we can use as like a refueling station. Oh, there's another ore spot over there that I hadn't noticed before. But yeah, a refueling station and a mineral collecting area would be a good idea. It's right underneath this mountain, which is kind of cool. It provides it very good... Hey, we could build Minas Tirith right here, actually, if we wanted to. It gives us some very good defense on all sides except for the front. But let's go over here, collect some gold. That's a future idea, something we can do in the future. For now, though, we're gonna go grab some gold, and that's gonna help us out a lot with yield modules, which are gonna really do some good stuff for us. All right, let's start on our way down to this gold so that we can collect this stuff. By the way, super OP way of attacking these bases would just be to use a drill and drill under them and get ourselves into the base. Be a fun way to do it. Alrighty, we should be getting gold. Yep, there it is. There's our gold. Okay, let's start getting a little bit of this. Now, gold collects very, very slowly, so we're gonna have to be a little patient here, but this is why I'm grabbing gold and magnesium on the same trip, because we're definitely not gonna fill a full inventory full of gold. And if we do, that'll be the most valuable load that the armadillo's ever brought home. All right, we've collected a lot of gold at this point, but I mean, even still, we haven't actually collected that much gold. I mean, these aren't even close to being full, but we've been at this probably double the time that we were at the iron. So there's also a wandering merchant over there, and considering that I'm fully loaded with gold ore, it might not be a bad idea to try our luck, see what they're selling. If we can actually get there, which is easier said than done. We have to actually go up, which is a little tricky here. All right, we managed to make our way out of this this hole that we dug for ourselves. Let's try and get over to that wandering merchant, which is on the other side of this mountain, but we should be able to fly over there, no problem. We've got plenty of, well, we've got some fuel left. So let's, oh, do I want to go over this mountain? I would rather go around it, but that base is probably going to shoot at us if we do. So maybe we'll do a little bit of a best of both worlds sort of thing. I think we might get shot at, actually, but it should be fine because we're going rather quick. Well, it'll be close. 900. Okay, we're just high enough that we're not going to get shot at, but we did get real close to it. All right, Wandering Merchant, I want to see if you have some items. So someone was actually telling me that their Wandering Merchants were crashing into the ground. So I don't know if that's a mod problem or if that's a world problem or a speed problem, but let's see if ours do, because we've already gone to one Wandering Merchant and it seemed to work fine. So let's check this one and see if it also works fine. Okay, we're gonna have to start slowing down. We have a lot of momentum with all this gold that's on board. We are a very valuable ship right now. Okay, Wandering Merchants probably sees this giant mining ship coming toward it and it's like, oh, I wonder what they want. Probably to sell us ores if I had to guess. Let's try and just kind of hover here for a second while we go and check out the trades, because I don't think he's moving, right? Yeah, he's not moving, he's just chilling. So let's go see if they're buying gold. And if they are, we'll sell them some gold. So in the store here, let's look what they're buying here, and it looks like they're not buying any gold, unfortunately. They're buying detector components, explosives, stuff like that. But we could buy off of them if we wanted to. Prototech capacitor, Prototech, that's the same thing. Uranium, not a bad thing. Combat bot materials. Yeah, man, I wish they were buying gold, because we would definitely sell them some gold free of charge. I wonder what happens if I grind that down. I'm not gonna, because I don't want to lose my option to trade. All right, well, anyway, let's head on back. Unfortunately, didn't have the stuff that we were looking for. Wait, there's a trade outpost. It's over there. Okay, let's go check that out then. We don't have a crazy amount of power with us, but I mean, we're already out here. Might as well go check out the trade outpost. That surprised me. I didn't expect to see a trade outpost all the way out here. That is nice, though. I wonder if that's from the mod or if that's from the actual in-game trade outposts. I guess we'll find out. We unfortunately don't have any space credits on us, but again, we do have plenty of gold that we could potentially use to trade, which would be very nice. Ooh, this is cool. Wow, I love this area. This is neat. You got this nice mountainous area. Well, that's a big mountain. And then you have this trade tower kind of at the bottom. Oh, I like that. Could build a second base near here if we wanted to. Trade tower, this is Armadillo coming in for landing. Repeat, coming in for landing. We've got a load you might be interested in. There's some ore spots as well over here. I wonder if those might contain gold that we can also use to sell directly to them, if they're buying gold, that is. All right, we're gonna need to look for a connection. I see a nice landing pad right there that I think I might use. And if we need power, I'm pretty sure either this charges us or we can buy charge if we need it directly from them. So let's go ahead and land right here. Let's see, there we go. There's our connection. I'm gonna tell it to charge. I don't know if it's actually gonna. Oh, we're gonna tell it to. All right, we're at our first trade outpost. Do you have anything we can like maybe steal? Anything we can borrow, for instance? Can't believe I just got here and I'm already looking for things to yoink. Okay, trade outpost. What have you for us? What have you that we can do? It's got some music that we can put on. We're not gonna right now because I probably got some editing music in the background. We got a store right there, a couple of items. Let's see what's in the store. So yeah, so you can buy oxygen and hydrogen for your ships if you need to, which is very cool. They're selling Prototech cooling units and Prototech panels. I would be very interested in Prototech frames if they ever sold them, which I don't know if they do. What they're buying is only Prototech panels, displays, and S10 pistol magazines. Pretty sure I have S10 pistol magazines, but I don't know if I want to sell them for 53 scrap, essentially. So yeah, they've got components here for us. Not really much that we can use for now. But contracts, they don't have any contracts either. Okay, I'll have to check the contracts thing. What are you? Wait, you can purchase upgrades? Hang on. Anti-jetpack inhibitor. It costs 100,000. Oh, this is so cool. Solar charging. Allows player to regain suit energy while in direct sunlight. What? Damage reduction? Oh, that's so cool. I love that. We can purchase upgrades. I need like an inventory size upgrade to be in here as well, but I love this. Okay, so we have upgrades right there. Do we have, so I know that there's, this mod does add research as well. Is that like up here maybe? Oh, proficient hand drill. Let's see what else you got. S20A pistol. I like that. MR30E rifle. That's not a bad get actually. R01 rocket launcher. Okay. Let's see what we have over here. Med kits, power kits, jetpack inhibitor, nullifiers, plain cola, cosmic coffee. Okay. Have a little outside area we could have parked if we wanted to. Let's go down here and see what's over here. Just a bed, which might have some stuff in it. You never know. Little compartment right there. Okay, let's head back to our gold-filled ship, which unfortunately we can't sell any of. And let's get out of here. Let's get back to base. It'd be really nice to find an ore store, but alas, this one seems to be a component store, and they're more interested in selling to us than buying from us. Oh, we are zooming. Look at this. Look how fast we're going. We're gonna zoom right over that base, and it's not gonna be able to do anything about it. Okay, real talk though, it might shoot at us, but there's not a lot that it can do in order to damage us if we're going this fast. Yep, there it goes. And shots? Nope, surprisingly we did not take any shots. Okay, let's go up here real quick so that we can get the full brunt of our thrusters to slow us down. And let's start heading down toward that magnesium so we can get a little bit of that for our weapons. All right, magnesium, let's get a little bit of that stuff. It'd be probably a good idea if I, oh, be careful. If I, do I want to grab ice? I guess we'll grab ice anyway once we're down at the magnesium because we don't have our rock ejectors configured to eject ice. It's only configured to eject stone. So whether we like it or not, we're gonna end up getting a little bit of ice here. Oh, actually no, maybe we won't. We're past the stone, or we're past the ice into the stone. Okay, let's grab some magnesium. This is useful for pretty much any kinds of weapons. If you want to make explosives, anything like that, you gotta have magnesium. So we're gonna grab some magnesium, and you also need rock, I think, if you want explosives. Not 100% sure, maybe gravel, whatever it is. But we're gonna grab magnesium until we're pretty much full on this ship, and then we'll head on back to our base. All right, for now, I think I'm good with that amount of magnesium. We've got plenty here. Yeah, 54K right there. So we got plenty. Let's head on back up through this hole right here, and we'll grab a little bit of silicon as we pass it, just so we can bring back a little bit of that as well. Because I think we did need a little bit. And I guess we'll bring back a little bit of ice too, since we'll grab some of that here. Okay, that's probably enough. Our ship can barely fly, so let's get out of here and make our way home. Being able to barely fly is a good sign that it's time to go. We're gonna right click so that we can actually get ourselves out of there. All right, we're out of the hole, and let's head on back to our base with almost the full ship load. This is about as much as the ship can carry. Any more and we'd be sinking. So let's head on back. Once we've got this dropped off, we've pretty much gotten everything that we want. The base will be full of every material we could possibly need, other than uranium and platinum. Is there anything else we didn't collect? I think that might be the only stuff. Because we've got plenty of silver still from before. If we need silver, we know where to get it. We've got plenty of gold in this strip. We've got plenty of magnesium, and we just got more silicon, even though we had some already. In addition to that, we got cobalt earlier, we got nickel earlier, and we got iron earlier as well. So yeah, I think we're good. I think we've got pretty much everything we needed. We've done our mission of getting every ore that we possibly could that we would need on the base. We're going down toward the ground. We're gonna hit, probably. I don't know how hard. Oh, that's gonna be a hard hit. Uh-oh. Oh man, okay. It was a hard hit. I accidentally turned off the thrusters because I thought that we had a button configured to turn off only the front thrusters, so I tried to do that, but I turned off all the thrusters. And even though I only turned them off for like a few seconds, it was enough to give us enough speed to start heading toward the ground at an unrecoverable rate. Luckily though, did I just do it again? I pressed X. What does X do? I meant to press F so I could get out of this. Luckily, though, we have this armor right here, which took a little bit of the damage. Honestly, I don't think anything really took damage at all. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think we managed to land that without taking any damage anywhere. That's very lucky for us. We could have. I think we could have easily lost a cargo container with that amount of speed that we had there. Okay, let's keep heading toward the base here, and let's get this stuff dropped off because this is too much to have on the ship. Let's say is the Armadillo coming in for landing. We're going to come in as slow as we can here, or as fast as we can reasonably without crashing into our own base here. We just have to be very careful as we tap the C button to lower our altitude here. Because if we tap it a little too much, we're going to go down at a speed that we can't recover from. See, already we're going down, and I just tapped it. You can see, you can see right there. I'll tap it once more time. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and land this guy right there. There's our connection there, so 986. Put all those things there, and we now have stuff being refined. So what I want to do is go into our refinery real quick and make sure that we have, let's go to our ores. I want to put the gold first in one of these. So actually refinery 1, or refinery 2 is the one that has the gold. So let's go into our production and tell it to build, not in there, that's a survival kit. Inside our lead assembler, I would like you to build, how many of these am I going to want? 20, that's one yield module. 2, 3, 4, that's a full refinery. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's all 3 refineries filled with yield modules, which I don't know if that's exactly what I want, but having those yield modules on here would be nice, because that means any amount of iron or whatever we get is going to multiply by like 4. So it'll be as if we came back with 4 times the iron. So we'll start with this industrial refinery 1 here. Let's go ahead and remove this speed module, and let's try and add it with let's try and replace it with a yield module right here. So can we do that? We'll build up everything we can, grab the stuff, which it's going to require those superconductors, which are very slow to build, unfortunately. The problem with the superconductors is going to be that they require gold, and the gold's going to be slow to refine. It's not giving us a whole lot of gold. Each superconductor we want is going to require 2 gold, and you can see how slow that stuff is going. So we're going to really have to let this kind of do its thing. On this one, instead of nickel, I'd like to put magnesium, and then this one should be doing iron still. So let's go back to ores and make sure that this is doing maybe a refinery. Yeah, let's give it the iron. It's actually already gone through all of our iron to the end that we have 188,000 iron sitting in our base, which is, yeah, you know, not bad at all. This stuff should not be in our ingots container. I don't know why it is. Okay, the next thing I'd like to do is work on defenses. I'd like to add a couple of defenses, and I think for that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a bridge right here that goes across this, and we're gonna build a little defense platform over here. So let me grab a bunch of steel plates and start building that bridge. That will eventually be like a full bridge that we can use with our rover, but for now, it's just gonna be just like a steel plate bridge. Let's just go all the way out until we reach the other side of this thing here. And then that's gonna be what our bridge is eventually gonna be. I'll go ahead and widen it as well to 3 wide, so it doesn't just get broken by anything that attacks us. Actually, now that you guys are connected down here, I'm just gonna remove this connection entirely, because I don't need that connection. I think I needed that connection actually in hindsight. Let's just go ahead and re-add that connection. Okay, if you ever get this happening, by the way, where you can't re-add a connection, but everything is everything is a station, so it should connect. You can't place that block, but sometimes you can do some interesting stuff like this. There we go. And now the block adds. So it's a little bit finicky, but you can do it. So don't worry, you don't have to revert to a save. Even though it's a good idea to have a second save, you can usually just solve that issue right then and there. Okay, so this now connects here, which is good. And this is going to be our bridge out of the base. So for now, we're just gonna go up right here about 3 blocks and do this. And that shouldn't actually obstruct anything. It's technically, you know, I think the height that they use is only the height from the voxel, right? You might not actually be, yeah, you're a little obstructed now, unfortunately. But if I did it right here, it wouldn't be obstructed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're no longer obstructed. Interesting. Ooh, now we can only not withdraw 3 So we're almost done with this one yield module so far, which is going to be good. It's going to give us a lot more gold. So anyway, I'm building up a little bit right here. I think I'd like to put my my defense tower kind of up here instead of down there, because this gives us a little bit more of a view. So what I'll do is I'll start there. I'll go up a couple blocks, and this, I think, maybe a couple more. This will be the top of my tower. And we're going to start by using light armor because we don't have the ability to use heavy armor yet. We don't have the all the stuff. We don't even have a welding ship, which we're going to have to build eventually. But we'll start with this. This is going to be the front of our little battery. It's going to go about like that. So 1, 2, 3 there. So this will be the middle, because we'll meet up with what we have down here. Okay, I'm just putting a bunch of blocks so far, but the main gun that we're going to have up here, the main piece is going to be an artillery piece, which is going to be right here, able to aim around this whole area. And in fact, maybe what we'll do instead is let's bring it up a little bit, even off of the main deck of the okay, I'm having trouble turning my stuff off the main deck of the wall here, and let's put it like this. I think that's not that bad right there, and we'll bring this probably back 1 block out this way and maybe up there. So this is going to be quite a large battery thing, but I mean, I'm taking a little bit of inspiration obviously from the last series that we had, where we had this kind of a gun wall. We had one on each side of the base, so we would have one right here and then one kind of on the other side of the base. This is going to be hopefully kind of like an upgraded version of that, where we'll have our main artillery piece right here. If we have more artillery pieces, we can throw them out off to the side right here, but for now we'll just have the one artillery piece, maybe flanked by a couple of Gatling cannons or something like that. So just for starters, let's weld up this top section of blocks here. So everything that above where the artillery piece is going to go, which will be right here, here. So we'll right click all this stuff and get it all welded up. Oh, I was able to get all of the things. So let's build this up real quick. There we go. So we have the yield module now, and I think that should still be working on gold. So it's going to start giving us, instead of 0.03 or 0.04, whatever it was giving us, it's going to give us 0.07. So once we have all those superconductors done, yeah, we currently have 4. Once we have another 20, we'll throw another superconductor thing on here, and it should go double the speed this time. Fuel's low, so we got to replenish this real quick. But it should go double the speed because we're getting double the gold. So let's go ahead and throw this in here because we do have some ice in there. Oh, that's our storage. Okay. We'll just toss it in the tank. No problem. There we go. And let's go and fill up, or put whatever it was over here. So we'll start with this block right here, which is the reinforced conveyor tube. Once that's done, we'll start going to some of these light armor blocks right here. So light armor, I would really love to use heavy armor, but again, we don't quite have the facilities to facilitate that. So we're going to be doing light armor for the foreseeable future, until we get another ship built up at least. So let's go and grab more steel plates, and I'll put on the artillery turret. Now we don't have any artillery rounds. Let's actually see real quick. So it's currently still making steel plates because I told it to make a bunch of steel plates, but I'd like to make a couple of artillery rounds if we can. So artillery shells, okay, no, we can't build artillery. Wait, do we have uranium? Each artillery shell that we want is going to require 0.1 uranium. Everything else is easy. Everything else we can grab. But do we have in our ingots container uranium or anywhere else? We don't have any uranium. Okay, so we can't do artillery. Instead of artillery, we're going to throw an assault cannon there, and we'll eventually replace it with an artillery cannon. So assault cannon shells are going to require magnesium powder. Let's try and build 50 for now. The iron is inconsequential. We've got it. So is the nickel. It's just the magnesium powder that we're going to have to struggle with. So we're going to need 60 magnesium powder. And of which we have 42. But we're still working on that magnesium, so it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and toss more magnesium over here so we can get that stuff built up. Toot sweet. All right, let's go ahead and get back over here and get our assault cannon placed down. This is gonna be our first big boy weapon. Actually, our first base weapon at all, because we don't have anything on the base yet. We'll put some steel plates in there. Oh, did we just put all of our steel plates in there? I think we might have. All right, no worries. I'm also going to toss in, not a bunch of steel plates, I'm going to toss in a bunch of construction components as well, because we're always running low on those. So construction components, maybe some motors as well. That's going to cost us a lot of iron, but we have the iron for now. Other than that, I think we've got everything else that we're gonna need for this. So please make that stuff first. And we'll go back over here and start building up some more of this stuff that we have. Yeah, we just need construction components and metal grids. Okay, we should be about to run out of steel plates. Yeah, that's the last of it. But we got a little bit of this built up as well. Let's see if those other stuff have produced quite yet. The supply transport up there might be worth going to steal from. Here is our assault cannon turret. The base is now defended. Not very well. Assault cannon turrets are pretty powerful, but just having one on the base is not enough. We probably need a couple of normal turrets as well. So what I'll do for this, let's go in here and let's make sure the aiming radius is set to 800. And other than that, I think it should be fine. Target locking options, we'll go to weapons. We'll grab as many of those assault cannon shells as we can. And let's go ahead and load it up. So I think in order to load this one, we'll have to actually get under it and load it manually if we can reach that.
Inventory full.
It's fine, we can reach that, luckily. There we go, 17 assault cannon shells for now. But we'll eventually connect this to the base. It's just gonna take a little bit of doing. It's not a right now project, it's more of a in the future project. How many superconductors do we have at this point? We have 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 10 superconductors so far. So we're getting there in order to build a second yield module. It's gonna be really nice getting another yield module on here. And getting rid of that speed module. This has now gone down from using 700 kilowatts back to 500 kilowatts. So very good. I really do want to steal that supply transport. I mean, I guess we can go look at it. Let's go look at it to see what that would involve. Let me see real quick. What do you have on you? Ah, you don't really have a lot of ammo. Yeah, you don't have a lot of ammo at all. Let's put a little bit more ammo while we're here. Imber, so I do kind of want to go for that actually. Now I have about 3 ammo in one and 2 ammo in another. So let's go ahead and get this going. All on, and I want to see if we can actually go for that. I'm only going to attack it if I feel confident once we get there. I just want to at least check it out, because if it's something we could take out, a supply transport, I mean, we need supplies, so a supply transport could be a good thing. There's our old base right there. That's where we initially crashed in the ship. All right, this is going to be very dangerous, and we need to be very cautious because this is so high up that our thrusters aren't very effective up here. But let's go ahead and start slowing down a little bit. Let's get into our camera and look at what this thing is offering us. I think that's a thrust. I think that's a turret on the bottom. Let's see. Does it have any other turrets that I need to be aware of? Not that I can tell. Let's go ahead and right-click on this. Get ourselves a good angle for this. And 800 is its range, so we need to be very cautious of that as well. We're going to engage it from the bottom over here, I think. Usually you want to engage from the top. I'm pretty sure that's the usual rule, but we're going to engage it from the bottom here because I don't want to go too high. So let's stay on its bottom side and let's get ready. All the way up there is where we need to aim. So once we get the range, we're going to aim at that turret right there, because there's one right there on the bottom. And we should be within range any second. Any second. I almost want to shoot at this before we're even within range. Okay, we should be in range right now. Let's light it up. Gonna aim at this. Yeah, there's definitely a turret on the bottom right there. We're lighting it up. Is that a turret? Or maybe that's not a turret. Hang on. I thought that's a turret down there, but I can't actually tell. Oh no, that is a turret. That's definitely a turret. It's not shooting at us, but maybe it's set to 600. Well, let's shoot first, ask questions later. Okay, that turret's down. If that's the only turret on this thing, we should be good. We'll move in a little bit closer. Oh, I see some interior turrets right there. They're curiously not shooting, but interior turrets usually have a range of 600. So as we get a little closer here, we should see them start to shoot. Let me just make sure we don't have a configuration issue. Make sure they actually do shoot at us. Are they like set to 400 or something? Oh, that is curious. All those interior turrets. Oh, okay. So they are okay. The interior turrets aren't shooting at us, but those that is whatever that is. I was worried I had like misconfigured something or something like that, but no, they definitely have a turret up there that is playing that will happily shoot at us. So let's light it up. Oh gosh. Oh, that's damage. I think we've got enough to get it though. I'm gonna snipe these interior turrets because they are gonna shoot at us if we let them. I think they must be set to only target soldiers or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask questions. We're just gonna move in on that. Okay. Let's move in a little bit closer and let's do another sweep for more turrets. It's possible they're set to a really low range, so we have to be a little careful. If there were some turrets on the back right there, there's probably turrets on the side over here as well. And I think one of our turrets is out of ammo. Means we need to be very careful. Okay, interestingly enough, I don't think there are any more turrets. I think we've successfully taken this thing out. Or, you know, made it so it cannot fire at us. We've got our dampeners set to auto dampen to it. So let's move around to the side right here. It's got some decoys right there. Very nice. Where's the entrance right here? Okay, so we've got some stuff right there. Now I want to move in, but usually stuff like this has jetpack dampener fields, so I need to be a little bit careful. I don't see any dampener fields right now, but just out of an abundance of caution, let's go... I don't know. We're getting a little bit close to see if we can spot anything. Oh, okay. Ow. We got a little too close right there. Maybe I can dock... well, okay, we're connected to it. So you know what? Let's just kind of fly here. Let's stay flying right there and let's hop out, see if our jetpack works. No, yeah, okay, so they do have an inhibitor field. That's what I was worried about. Okay, so we need to find that inhibitor field before we can actually get back on our jetpack. Unfortunately, we destroyed something that was on our ship, a battery, I think. That kind of sucks, but whatever. So if you were in an inhibitor field, where would you be? Right there. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and remove that, and then we should be able to fly again. All right, there we go, and we can fly around again, which is perfect. Okay, so we have access to the ship, which is very nice. I think what I want to do is connect that to this thing over here. If we can build this back up. I'm just going to hack this so that I can put components in it and stuff, and we're going to connect our ship to that so that we don't have to worry about it bouncing around. All right, there we go. There's our connection. Let's press number 9, and we'll set this to recharge as well. And then we'll keep our thrusters on. We do have one thruster that's damaged. I don't know which one it is. Oh gosh, probably one of these, if I had to guess. All right, let's move in. Let's see what there is. Now we gotta be very careful because it's possible that there are turrets in here and we don't have a respawn. Our respawn's gonna be all the way back there, which isn't bad because we can always fly back to the ship, but I do wanna be very careful as we move in here. If possible, I'd like to conquer the entire ship. So there we go, there's one, and there should be another one. Let's have a look real quick before we move in. I don't see any. I mean, there's a grinder right there. Oh no, that is a turret, right? I think that's a turret. So let's just be very careful as we move in here. I'm gonna break off this guy, and then I'm gonna back up. Let's grab our weapon, and we should be able to peek this. I'm pretty sure that is a turret, right? There. So we're just gonna shoot at it until we can damage it from here because I really don't want to die to a random turret. I mean, that is a turret, right? I'm not crazy? Let me make sure. No, that is a turret. Yeah, that was a turret. Okay. It looked weird because it had this thing on the front. All right, so turret down. Let's keep moving in, see if we can find more turrets. Oh, I gotta be careful of this stuff. Let's move our way in here. We got reputation with the Imber dropping, but it's okay. We're gonna steal one of their ships. Let's back up after we do this as well. We're gonna stay back. I didn't know if there's a turret in there. We're gonna refill our ammo. And let's move in. All right, any turrets in? Now that turret didn't shoot at me. I don't know if it could have or if I saw it fast enough, but yeah, that's very strange. Okay, there's another turret that's also not shooting at me, right? What's with these turrets? Hey, just a test, bro. Just a test. Are you able to shoot at me? Because I don't want to be fighting a ship if it's unable to fight back. You know what I'm saying? Right. All right, let's test this. Can this turret even shoot at me? Why are you not shooting at me? And the interior turrets have ammo. I'm very confused as to why this guy can't shoot at me. Look at it. It says owner, the director, access faction. It's an enemy faction. Like, I'm looking at an enemy turret right now. If I go into my command settings, look, none of this is enabled. You know, this is the stuff that can make you creative mode or untargetable or anything. That's like admin menu. None of this stuff's enabled. So why are you not shooting at me? Are you set up to not shoot at players? If so, that's a little strange, but I'll check. Hi. 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 If I damage you a little? Let me see. If I shoot you? Guys, let me know what's going on. What do you think's going on with this guy? Is it a bug with the mod, or because this isn't shooting at me? We were able to confirm that the Gatling turrets could shoot at me because that other one did, but this one, these right here, like this is a fully functioning interior turret, but it's not able to shoot at me for some reason. Oh, it's off. Why is it off? Now it probably shoots if I do shoot. Yeah. Why were the interior turrets off? What? Ah, well, whatever. We had, for some reason, that one was off. Hopefully that's not the case on other ships. But we have a research available right here, which we can go ahead and download, and we acquire 1 research point, which we can presumably use at like stations like that and stuff. But was this one off as well, by the way? If I go in here and look at my interior. Yeah, they were all off. I don't know why all the interior turrets were off. That is very strange. The Gatling turrets were definitely on, so I don't know. It's a mystery. But let's see if we can... This is not the main cockpit. Well, can I make this the main cockpit, please? All right, are you the main cockpit? Yes, you are. Perfect. Okay, we now have access to this ship, which we have successfully stolen. So let's head back to our base here with this thing. And I want to see what's on this as well. We only have an hour of power. Actually, an hour of power is fine. Let's chill here for a second and see what we have uncovered from this base. So inside here, we actually have a bunch of platinum, which I didn't even notice while I was looking around, but a lot of platinum and stone on this thing, which is very nice. What about inside here? We have armory lockers with nothing in them over there. We have, I thought I saw another armory locker. We have whatever this is. Corner lights. We have a large cargo container. This must be where most of the cargo is kept. Let's see what's in here. Nothing inside there, unfortunately. Let's see what else we have. Actually, I think that might be it. We have an Imber communication record, actually. That's cool. We'll check that in a second. We have jetpack nullifier things. We have a lot of ammo that we can definitely use. And then we have the stuff that's aboard the Seagull. I want to see what is inside this data message here. Let's right-click it. Message broadcast. Captain Carson Sprague. Imber Archives, independent contractor, incident transcript. Captain, you're trespassing in Imber-controlled airspace. The pilot says, please let us pass. Our navigation system is malfunctioning, our supplies are exhausted, and this is the only route we know back to our own territory. The captain says, that's not our problem. Turn back now or we will open fire. Independent contractor pilot says, please don't. We're not even armed. We just want to get home. The captain says, enough stalling. Turn back now. Independent contractor pilot, we'll die out there. Please don't make us go back. The captain says, you had your chance. Independent contractor, wait, don't do this. Wait. Transcript ended. So it looks like the captain of this Imber ship, because I believe this is the Imber ship, right? Yes, this is the Imber ship. So this Imber ship apparently shot down a couple of independent contractors, it seems like, which is not good because independent contractors are independent and contractors, I guess. I don't know. Horrible incident, it sounds like. I guess I feel a little bit less bad now knowing that the captain of this ship shot down a couple independent contractors who were looking for safety. But anyway, let's head on back to our base with this thing. This is a very nice find, and all the steel plates from this thing could help us out a lot. Or we can turn this into a ship that we can use in the future. I could add a couple guns to this thing and make this a ship that we use to maybe go up to whatever that thing was up there. The distressed HQ up there, we need some sort of ship to go up there. So if we turn this into a hydrogen thing, we could definitely use this to go up and check that thing out. Or we could take all of its materials and use it for the base. I don't know, haven't decided yet. But for now, let's just get this thing back to the base in one piece. Oh, actually, you know what? I should be a little bit careful because we do have that gun now on the base, that big weapon we built. So if we approach with this ship, it's possible that the base shoots us down, or they try to. So we need to be a little bit careful as we approach here. But anyways, what I was saying is we need to be careful as we approach this thing because this is technically an enemy grid, and so it won't play nicely with our base. Can I transfer it maybe? Okay, I was able to remove the turrets, so hopefully since since our weapon on the base is set to target turrets, it shouldn't target this because we don't have any turrets that don't belong to me. Regardless, we're gonna come in at a low angle just in case, so that the weapon doesn't have an angle on us. And if it starts shooting, we'll back away very quickly. Oh, I think maybe we're fine. Ah! Okay, let's go low so that it can't shoot us. That's the problem with taking things over like this. Unless you have something like easy NPC takeover or something like that. It's hard to take over a ship without your base firing at it. But if we stay low like this, our base can't really even see it, so it's fine. Ah! Okay, I didn't realize I was that close to the ground. That one's on me, definitely. But anyway, we were able to take the ship all the way back. It's lost a little bit of the ground, unfortunately, but it's okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go grab the Seagull and let's bring it back to the base. So Seagull, let's go ahead and disconnect you. We'll start by turning on our thrusters. Yep, they're on. Let's go ahead and turn off recharge and disconnect that. And we're just gonna connect the Seagull back up to the base. Oh, we lost our, yeah, okay, we lost that. All right, well, let's put this back in. That's our inset connector, allowing us to connect to the base. We also lost a battery right there, but it's okay. And let's go ahead and connect this guy. Back a little bit, and we should have the connection there any second. We're gonna have to go to G, make sure that our connector is in here. And now that it is, let's go ahead and press 8, 7, and 6. Okay, the Seagull's back on the base. It needs a little bit of a fix, but it's brought back something even bigger than we could have imagined, and that is this entire transport ship, which more than likely we're going to end up scrapping for parts for the base. But for now, I mean, let me know what you guys want us to do with this thing in the comments below. And I think with all that, we've done quite a bit in this episode, so it's probably about time to end this one. What did we do? We were able to do an ore run for pretty much every single ore that we can get. We were able to get some defenses set up over there. We were able to redo a little bit of this upper section of the base, and we were able to get this massive ship right here on a whim as we saw it flying by. So I think all in all, that's a pretty good episode. That's a pretty action-packed episode for us, and it's a good one to end on. But anyways, that's going to be the end of this one. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And if you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike if you want as well. Please post down in the comments below if you have any suggestions for the future episodes or anything like that. If you'd like to join the channel as a patron or as a YouTube member, get early access to videos, your name in the end credits, stuff like that, you can do so down below in the comments, in the description. There's a link to those things. And some of the higher tiers of those allow you to get a shout out at the end of the video. So we're going to shout out 3 random names from there. We're going to do Heretical John, Queen Danny, and Silent Contender. Thank you guys for your support, and thank you everyone else for your support as well on these videos. But with that, I will see you all in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival.